Naturally occurring polymers. By Junaud. Introduction. A natural polymer is a polymer that is found in nature and is not man-made. All natural or organic polymers come from living organisms. Our bodies are largely composed of polymers, DNA, RNA, proteins, and polycarbohydrates. Cellulose makes up about 1/3 of the bulk of the entire vegetable kingdom, being present in corn stalks, tree leaves, carrot tops, grass, and so on. Biodegradable, biocompatible, non-toxic. Classification. Polysaccharides. Polysaccharides. Carbohydrates are the most abundant organic compounds, constituting 3/4 of the dry weight of the plant world. About 400 billion tons of sugars is produced annually through natural photosynthesis, dwarfing the production of other natural products, with the exception of lignin. Some of polysaccharides are as from plants: cellulose, starch; from animals: glycogen, chitin and chitosan. Cellulose. Cellulose was originally discovered by Payen in 1838. Cellulose is a polydisperse polymer with a degree of polymerization, dP, that ranges from 3,500 to 36,000. Native cellulose is widely distributed in nature and is the principal constituent of cotton, kapok, flax, hemp, jute, ramie, and wood. Cotton contains the purest form of cellulose. Wood, in its dry state, contains 40–55% cellulose, 15–35% lignin, and 25–40% hemicellulose. Plant pulp is the major source of commercial cellulose. Structure of cellulose. Linear chain of several hundred to over 10,000 beta-1,4, linked D-glucose units having the formula C6H10O5, N. The linear arrangement of cellulose with the linkage gives an arrangement where the O groups reside somewhat uniformly on the outside of the chain, allowing close contact and ready hydrogen bond formation between chains. This arrangement results in a tough, insoluble, rigid, and fibrous material that is well suited as cell wall material for plants. Monomers. Beta. Alpha. Conti. Starch. Carbohydrate consisting of a large number of glucose units joined together by glycosidic bonds. The two major components of starch are called amylopectin and amylose. Occurrence. It is widely distributed in plants where it is stored as reserve carbohydrate in seeds, fruits, tubers, roots, and stems. Commercially, starch is prepared from corn, white potatoes, wheat, rice, barley, millet, cassava, tapioca, arrowroot, and sorghum. Amylopectin, which is sometimes called the B fraction, is usually the major type of starch present in grains. Amylose, which is sometimes called the A fraction, is present in a recessive strain of wrinkled pea. Structure. Amylose is a linear polysaccharide with glucose units linked in an -1,4 fashion. Amylopectin contains glucose units with chains of -1,4 linkage but with branching occurring on every 25–30 units, with the chain branch occurring from the 6th position. Most starches contain about 10–20% amylose and 80–90% amylopectin, though the ratio can vary greatly. Alpha-glucose. Glycogen. Glycogen is a very highly branched glucan or polysaccharide formed from glucose. Glycogens are the principal carbohydrate food reserve materials in animals. They are found in both invertebrates and vertebrates. Glycogen is an amorphous polymer of high molecular weight, generally 106 to 109 daltons. In spite of its high molecular weight, it has good water solubility. The average distance between branch points is only about 10–15 in comparison to amylopectin with about 25–30 units between branch points. The highest concentration of glycogen is found in muscle, with the greatest amount found in our liver. Structure. Chitin. Chitin is generally a homopolymer of 2-acetamido-2-deoxy-D-glucose 1 and 4 linked in a beta configuration. Source: bacteria and fungi. Mushrooms, crabs, shrimp, mollusks, annelids, arthropods. Beer contains some chitin. Monomer. Chitosan. Chitosan is produced from the deacetylation of chitin. Chitosan is employed in the food industry. It is a hemostatic from which blood anticoagulants and antithrombogenic have been formed. It is often sold as a body fat reducing agent or to be taken along with eating to encapsulate fat particles. Proteins. Proteins. It is made up of repeating units of amino acid. Sources: animals, plants. Linkage. Monomer. Keratin. Sources: mammals, hairs, horn, nails, claws, hooves. Birds, feathers and scales. Made up of glycine and alanine. Monomer. Structure. Collagen. The basic building block of collagen is a triple helix of 3 polypeptide chains called the tropocollagen unit. Collagen is found where strength is needed. Occurrence. Primary protein component of animal connective tissues. Skin, bovine hide, pork, and bones. Composition. 27 types of collagen exist and is composed of different polypeptide, glycine, proline, hydroxyproline, and lysine. Elastin. Some tissues such as arterial blood vessels and ligaments, need materials that are elastic. Elastin is rich in glycine, alanine, and valine, and it is easily extended and flexible. Structure also contains some lysine side chains that are involved in cross-linking. Desmosine cross-link provide elasticity. Central structure. Nucleic acid. Introduction. Pure nucleic acid was isolated by Levine in the early 1900s. Ribonucleic acid, RNA, and deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA. Nucleic acids are high polymers consisting of a pentose sugar containing a heterocyclic base and a phosphate moiety. RNA contains the pentose ribose while DNA contains the pentose deoxyribose. Conti. The combination of a phosphate, a pentose sugar, and nitrogenous bases is called a nucleotide. Phosphate attached at the 3 or 5 carbon in the pentose sugar. RNA structure. DNA structure. Polyisoprenes. Polyisoprenes. Polyisoprenes occur in nature as hard plastics called gutta percha or rubber. Gutta percha is obtained from trees grown on plantations in Java, Malaysia, South America, and the East Indies. Monomers. Trans 1-4. Cis 1-4. Thank you.